In March 2023, a young woman in Utah sat down at her computer and made a decision that she believed nobody would ever see. She was 23 years old, recently separated, and she was obsessed with the idea that her ex boyfriend's new girlfriend had taken something from her that she would never be able to get back. In her mind, the new partner was not a person with a future, rather an obstacle, a problem to be removed. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I have decided to take a quick little 180 here, a different angle on the channel. As I told you guys, I am going to be uploading entirely random content. Now, you guys might know me as the George Lopez guy or even the Everybody Hates Chris person. But in all honesty, I just want to be the person that entertains you for 10 minutes of your day. As always, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you to the members. You guys are beautiful. If you guys enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like and drop down below if there's anything random that you guys want me to cover. Without further ado, enjoy this video. On the surface, she lived in a world of ordinary apps and public websites, the same fabric of digital life that people move through every single day. But underneath that visible network, there is a layer that hides beneath, one that not many people are aware of or wouldn't even dare think about going into. The dark web, space that does not appear in regular search engines and actually needs special software to just even join it. Known as a marketplace for illegal activity, stolen data, and violent fantasies that most people are willing to pay for. From news reports and legends, she already basically knew the stories there. Anonymous hitmen for hire, full service solutions, and sites that claim to turn resentment and real money into real injuries. It was into that world that she began to type. Courts later revealed in 2023 that she used the internet for one specific intent, and that's to have her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend on a live. She searched, browsed, and eventually engaged with someone that she believed to be a murder for hire hitman, where she offered payment and information about the target. The simple fact that she believed nobody would ever find out is what gave her that psychological shield that allowed her to translate her emotions and anger into a concrete plan. Now, investigators have obviously seen this happen a lot. It fits the pattern. A lot of people with no criminal backgrounds, ordinary users who believe that there is a corner on the internet where they can look for solutions to outsource their most violent wishes. What's more eerie about this case is that on the dark web, it is literally treated like any other website that you would shop in, listing prices, ways of pay. What's crazy about this is that identity and location dissolves behind encryption, and for someone who is obsessed with getting revenge, this feels like a promise. In the messages, she provided her ex boyfriend's new partner's entire description and information about where she could be found. She attempted to send payments through a channel that the site claimed was untraceable, believing that once the transfer was completed, professionals would then take over. And what's more detached is that to her, this literally felt like just placing an order, waiting for confirmation, and waiting for the order to quote unquote arrive. Luckily, what she was not aware of is that law enforcement is tracking on a lot of this activity on the dark web. Undercover operations, technical tracing, and tracking of cryptocurrency payments are just some of the ways that authorities are able to track down a lot of this activity. Mainly people trying to turn their personal vendettas into contracts. Although there are sites that still hold out this type of activities, a lot of investigators believe that most of these are scams as people will just take payment and not follow through with the actions. In this case, the women's activity did not remain a secret. Over the months that followed, all her attempts were documented for court filings, repeated contact with dark web channels, persistence despite technical obstacles, and a clear demonstration that she was not just fantasizing, rather trying to figure out an actual plan. What's sad about this is that somewhere, someone was just living her life, not being aware that somewhere else, someone was trying to end it. The moment when the private plan intersected with public consequences was when investigators linked her online actions to her offline identity. Technical traces, payment arrangements, and content of her communications were just a few ways that federal authorities were able to bring a case under a specific law. The use of interstate commerce facilities, in this case the internet, in the commission of murder for hire. Now, this romantic anger that she thought was justifiable enough to end someone's life was now being used as evidence in a legal system that treats intent just as seriously as outcome. In May 2024, she pleaded guilty. What had begun as a series late night sessions, a hidden network, revolved into a courtroom, a judge, and a formal recognition that her attempt to have someone killed was not just a private crisis, but a federal crime. Now, even though the murder for hire did not actually go through, the simple fact that she searched for someone, sent a payment, and hoped that something would happen was enough for her to get indicted. What's astonishing to me is that she only got 6 years. She was sentenced in August 2024, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Now, for the intended victim, she obviously had to have a full reconsideration of what it feels like to be safe in a world that's connected. This case sits among so many where violent intent is mediated through technology rather than personal contact. It shows how a person can move from heartbreak to resentment to literally trying to hire someone to take out their self belief justice by treating dark web markets as transactional spaces, ignoring for some reason the reality that every click leaves its trace. Most importantly, it is a reminder that unfortunate events in the dark web are not abstract horror stories. They are deliberately made by individuals who, on the surface, look completely normal. A young woman with an ordinary life, a heartbreak, a computer, and a grievance decided that the way to resolve her feelings was to commission a killing online. The fact that the scheme failed does not make the story less dark. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be it for me today. If you guys enjoy this content, don't forget to show some support. Thank you all so much for the love. I will see you all on the next one. Bye.